What's up, Sunday fam? Welcome back to another video. We are continuing with Vincenzo Casano.
Sorry, boss. Well, we get into the shenanigans of the first trial in the courtroom, and hornets and bees are being released. A bunch of crazy things are happening where...
Lest we forget their appearance and their arrival in the Lamborghini.
Oh, it was so cool. Like, you think they have something up their sleeves. Well, they do have something up their sleeves, but it wasn't anything with courtroom drama that you'd expect in a courtroom drama type of scenario. It was just a bunch of shenanigans that they put together to delay the hearing.
Absolutely. They just didn't have a case, at least not in the time frame that they needed to have a case. And so a lot of theatrics ensued where the people of the plaza put on, some protests outside the courthouse. We had the zombie dancer guy doing some kind of like performative blood work. We had the monks. We're all just putting on a show, and they proceeded into the courthouse. They tried to have the trial postponed by having Cho Yong have a little panic attack.
Well, they had it planned the whole time. The judge was bumped into with some honey water rubbed on his face, and then the bees came in and stung him, and so that's what actually transpired. Where the trial was like delayed.
It's very much like an Ocean's 11 type of like scenario where like everything just fell into place for them, and it wasn't very serious, mind you. It's not like a heist, right? It's just they had a lot of small little things planned out so that that trial would be postponed, but I just do want to point out that in these past two episodes that Chaeyoung and Vincenzo, their chemistry has just blossomed.
There's a bit of romance in the air there.
Absolutely.
I feel like there's just this chemistry between them, like you said. I feel like Chaeyoung is developing some sort of feelings because Vincenzo has been kind of hinting that he wants to leave as soon as possible, but then there's just kind of these subtle moments where she's like, "Are you sure you want to leave? Because I kind of got the hots for you," or something like that. In the aftermath of their victory or their triumphant shenanigans, Vincenzo tries to tell her what he's actually there for.
And in the midst of Chaeyoung catching feelings, he has this ambivalence towards her where sometimes, like, I think they had a bet, right, for how they could convince the victims of Babel E and C to be represented by them, and it resulted in this flick of the forehead. He couldn't do it, obviously, but like he got real close to her and saw something. I don't know, but he's not letting that on too obviously. But this all results in her hinting at, should we go out to drinks? Should we have these small moments together? And then he's like, I've got to go do this. I've got to go do that.
Yeah, there's actually some gold that'll make us filthy rich underneath the plaza, and she was like, yeah, I also got some gold under my house. But in any case, the swinging and the counterpunching is about to ensue. Miss Choi herself are planning her own countermeasures, but before that happens, the big band villain reveals himself to the Wusang group.
During a fun little briefing in front of
51 years from now on.
51 years from ago, or something like that. 51 years ago from now. There was two sons.
It's me.
And so I guess Jinwoo and Jinwoo are brothers, and he's the older brother. He's the real chairman of Babel Group, and now he has revealed himself, not to the enemies, of course, secretly to Wusang. Ooh. And now we're contending with whether or not Vincenzo knows this. Can he pick up on the subtle cues of him acting like a complete silly goof in front of Chaeyoung? And then, like, acting like a confident, I
have a feeling that he does. Like, if he doesn't yet, he will soon. Anyway, I just want to give a shout out to whatever the NIS agent's name is. Yeah. He's trying to, like, come up with a report about Vincenzo, and, I think he's falling in love with him. Like you pointed out while we were watching this, he was actually trying to do something dubious inside the temple, trying to figure out if everything was good down there, safe and well, and a little electric shock makes him kind of look like he's praying on his knees, and he's just
tears of repentance.
He's here for repenting and all that stuff. And so he tries to write his report, and he starts off with a doughy-eyed,
handsome doe-eyed
man,
and he can't really write that report.
It's just hilarious. But
not yet. He has to observe himself some more, but he's definitely a breath of fresh air. He's also going to have his use. I feel like he's going to have his shining moment in this show.
Oh, I hope so. They're setting it up, and it's gonna happen in later episodes, I hope. But Miss Choi, countermeasures are ensues, and she puts this embezzlement plan to the victims' families, and they're being denied as witnesses. And now this is a huge punch in the gut for Vincenzo and Chaeyoung, and they're probably losing at this point, leading us to the showdown between Vincenzo and the real chairman himself. Like, that was like, give you a word of advice here and there, a little brush off of something on the shoulder, and I think that's the moment where Vincenzo actually knows a little something.
Yeah, and we're brought to the hearing 5 days later, but I think the next episode is going to do like a rewind and the lead up to that trial, because obviously the trial is going on and they have no witnesses. Everyone has been denied, and so they call the surprise witness Vincenzo. What could he possibly have on
what
Babel?
Happened in the past 5 days,
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he's going to take the stand as someone who seemingly has information related to the case, but my biggest theory is that he's going to actually lay the groundwork for calling Chairman Jang to the stand. When Jinwoo was talking to Chairman Jang and he called him a puppet, and then he went to his car to leave, he was like, it's always good to be a puppet until you cut off the strings. And I feel like he's about to play a huge role in, the counterattack.
He's probably gonna flip sides here, because Vincenzo said something to Chaeyoung. It was like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I believe you. I believe he's going to flip, and I think that's gonna be the surprise in the next couple of episodes.
And in the midst of all of this, we have some background story in terms of Vincenzos mother. Now, obviously, Cho Yong is no longer there, so he can't visit her every last Tuesday, but Vincenzo takes it upon himself to go visit her, to tell her that no one will ever visit her ever again. I don't believe him. I think he's just going to be compelled to take over these duties himself, because we did get like some flashbacks of him leaving the orphanage with his Italian foster family, and he's like, no, I have to wait for my mom. So I think his feelings for his mother is still there, but he has to keep up appearances.
Yeah, it actually leads to a very nice moment with our now awakened Buddhist monk who's been meditating for the past 4 episodes, 4, 5, 6 episodes, and now he's suddenly awakened to give sage advice to Vincenzo himself, because he has this inner anger within himself. That's why he wants to leave Korea. And is it okay to leave and live on with your life if you haven't resolved the anger within? And I feel like that advice kind of leads Vincenzo into finding out a little bit more about himself, whether he wants to leave Korea or not. I think he's going to stay, because his personality is evolving. He's starting to care a little bit more. It's not really all about the gold underneath the plaza anymore.
I don't think his ultimate destiny is to get the gold from underneath Gumga Plaza and just leave Korea and just be like, peace out, right? So yeah, I think that is the crux of this show. I think he's going to stay in Korea. He's going to beat Babel Group, and he's going to beat 2 p.m.
Well, in any case, that is it for us, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave your comments in the section below. What do you think is going to happen in the next couple of episodes? Vincenzo, the surprise witness, Chairman Jang, will he flip sides? Ooh, the intrigue and the punching and the counter punching
the plot thickens
is upon us. Leave your comments in the section below. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Tap that bell notification for more videos from us. And once again, we'll see you next time.